evening and welcome. You're watching ATN Politics. It's the network's flagship program that discusses core political trends with relevant political stakeholders. Today on ATN Politics, we will be discussing core issues from different political landscapes. In Edo State, only a homeboy will become governor, Shaibu. Benue APC, I will not be used to succeed Alia Ode. Taraba State, more people would soon embrace PDP. Kefas, Mayday, PDP charges workers to resist anti-people tendencies. We'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, I will introduce my guest, and we will dive right into the conversation. Stay with us. Joining me on the conversation today is a socio-political analyst, Frank Eneawaji. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so very much. Happy Workers' Day.
It's good to have you. All right. On to our stories. A former deputy governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, has said any governorship candidate who cannot speak the Edo dialect cannot govern the state. Shaibu said this during the Edo Central PDP leaders and stakeholders meeting held in Ira, the administrative headquarters of Esa Central Local Government Area of the state on Monday. He added that a candidate who needed the help of an interpreter did not qualify as a homeboy because of his inability to speak the dialect of the Edo people. He stated, "Today, we have decided that a homeboy that we know will become the governor of Edo State. You already know that Edo born in Lagos State is not a homeboy." Although Shaibu didn't mention the candidate he was referring to, the governorship candidate of the PDP, Asue Igodalo, had been under fire after he hired an interpreter to announce his intention to his kinsmen at a ward in Ewohimi, a southeast local government area of the state earlier. Mr. Frank, it's quite an interesting read here. I mean, we understand that it's quite important that as a leader, you should know how to speak the dialect of your state. You should know how to communicate with the people down to the grassroots. We understand that that is quite important for communication purposes and all of that. But on the other hand, we understand that we can also have that done with an interpreter. However, it calls for a debate to what would be more effective as to you, who is the governor, communicating with the people, because they want to hear you. They want to deal with you, right? So it would be a debate as to which would be more effective if the governor himself speaks this dialect to the people or hire an interpreter to talk. However, one would argue that the bottom line is for communication. So if he has the quality, if the people see that he is the man for the state, regardless of whether or not he can speak the language, then hiring an interpreter wouldn't be much of an issue. But the question is, Shaibu saying that a homeboy. Now, he described a homeboy as someone who knows how to speak the dialect, and that is the person that would become governor of Edo State. Is this in any way constitutional?
Well, with that missing word, it is not constitutional. No. It's not constitutional. Nigeria is a state where we practice lingua franca. So far as he can express himself in English language, he has that right to become anything in Nigeria. What Shaibu is trying to say is because of the politics, the running battle he has had with maybe his boss, the governor of Edo State. You know, he was also aiming at becoming the governorship candidate of PDP. But mind you, because of a kind of misunderstanding in politics between him and the governor, it was like, it was not choosing, which gave room to Igodalo, reflecting that the political development in Edo State. The issue of language is not a major criterion for anybody to, English speaking dialect. Edo State is not also one dialect state. I stand to be corrected. It's not one dialect state. They have the issue. Do you hear me? It's not one dialect state. I know what I'm saying. But the issue that maybe that there's a popular dialect in Edo State. That doesn't mean that if the governor cannot speak the general dialect of the Edo people, maybe the one in Benin, because it's not just one dialect state. The Ishan is different from even the Ishan language is different from Benin language. There's a kind of variation. So what he's saying is trying to create a kind of a scenario where he will want to work against the governorship candidate of his party. Because ordinarily, this is politics. It was supposed to be the person choosing, but because of human factors, it was denied the opportunity. So now he's trying to see how to discredit the candidate chosen by the governor or supported by the governor. And that's what he's trying to do now. There's nothing in it. Because in Nigeria, like you said, issue of language in communication is not constitutional. That if you don't speak this language, you will not be allowed to lead the people or to rule the people. The people decide who rule them. But again, I know that in communication, the best thing is comprehension. If the governor can also, what we have a script writer to help, it doesn't mean the governor cannot write. But in some cases, you need experts in that field to help you make your work easy.
Just like he hired an interpreter.
That is, it's not wrong. Because see, even today, like in River State today, Governor Stephen Fubra is from Opobo. He cannot speak Ikwere. He cannot, if he doesn't learn Ikwere, he won't be able to speak Ikwere. He won't be able to speak Eche. He won't be able to speak Calabari. He won't be able to speak Andoni. He's my neighbor by virtue of land location. But as a governor, what he needs to have the mastery of English. And if he wants to say something in a dialect, maybe to have a kind of what you call town hall meeting. He can decide to use an interpreter to make the communication easy for the citizens or for the rural dwellers to listen to him. But ordinarily, if you look at it very well, in this part of the world, we use English. Even in the National Assembly, we use English.
But Shaibu's message, or part of his message, was highlighting the fact that Ighodalo did not grow up in.
It doesn't matter. There are so many people
in Lagos State.
No. We have some people.
And it's more like, if we have qualified candidates who grew up in Edo State, who are the homeboy, who understand
who's the homeboy?
Who understand the nitty-gritties of the state.
No, it's time to play to the gallery.
That person should stand a better chances of becoming the governor rather than somebody who actually is more or less alien to the state.
No, it's not alien. Sorry.
He didn't grow up.
It doesn't matter.
That's Shaibu's point.
See,
that he didn't grow up.
Some Nigerians have gone to foreign land. And
going to foreign land is different from
Why do you allow people to go to America and become maybe chairman of council or county council, or to go to UK and become maybe chancellor of whatever? It's what you can offer. We don't need to play parochial politics. Like you said, okay, what I'm doing during the colonial era.
So if the governor himself does not know how to speak the Edo dialect, how then do we? How then, according to Shaibu,
I will come to you. Yes,
Edo dialect. How then do we encourage and promote our local dialect?
I am coming to that. Even in Edo as assembly, where everybody elected there is from Edo, do they use Edo dialect to speak? He's looking for cheap political points to make against the preferred candidate of the governor. That's how, in politics, I think this is a political platform we're discussing. It's not politics. That's nothing less, nothing more. It's not politics to see how to can, in a way, divert the attention of people to what is immaterial. Sorry, it's immaterial at this point. That a people will not say, if Shaibu, for instance, is the best candidate to beat, and somebody will not say, because he cannot speak Edo language, he shouldn't be voted as a governor to become governor of Edo State. I don't think it's important. Because even Edo State, as I'm talking to you now, there are so many members where they're up to 20, up to 40. They don't use Edo language. Which is Edo language? Is it the Benin? Is it the Isha language? They use the common language that all of them taught learned in school, that which is the English language, to even deliberate on issues in the state assembly when they are doing proceedings. So this is trying to score maybe for those of us who are not Latin. No, because this man cannot speak a Edo language. Which is the Edo language? Like I said, Edo state is not, I stand to be corrected, Edo state is not one language state.
Okay.
Only few states in this country there will be one language. Even in Ondo state, even in Ondo state, they have the largest.
Okay.
There are also few in Jos.
All right. No,
so you will not see, because let me tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to create a kind of diversion, because it was not favored. So if I can throw anything, any spinner in the cog of wheel of progress to make sure that the candidate of the governor who refused to allow me become his successor, let me fight to make sure I truncate the effort of the governor. Okay. For me, it doesn't hold any water.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that they should not learn how to speak a language. But in administration, it is not the ultimate.
All right, that will be it for that conversation there. Let's see our next story. Deputy Governor of Benue State, Barrister Sam Udi, has declared that he will not avail himself to be used to succeed Governor Hyacinth Alia if there is an impeachment attempt on him, assuring the people of Zone C that the administration of Governor Alia has a lot of good plans for the zone. According to a statement issued on Wednesday by Alia's Chief Press Secretary, Teso Kula, the Deputy Governor made the assertion on Tuesday during the All Progressives Congress APC stakeholders meeting in Makurdi. Reports say that APC stakeholders met at the state government house on Tuesday following the leadership crisis that has been rocking the ruling party. But Governor Alia, however, claimed that the party is peaceful, warning that those trying to destabilize the state with divisive comments should steer clear. Now, Governor Alia, the general public knows that the PDP quite has some issues rocking the party. But he is debunking that rumor or that trajectory, saying that no, the party is well intact, it's peaceful.
The APC.
Yes, it's peaceful, and saying that he will not be used as a successor. What do you make of that?
Well, for me, it's a good development considering what is happening in this part of the world. It's a good thing that the deputy governor wouldn't be in a different camp with the governor. But if that happens, it will cause more lacuna, it will cause more destruction in terms of development in the state. If the governor and the deputy governor are having running battle, it will really slow down the pace of development. But now that shows that there's a kind of teamwork for him to have come publicly. If he will not go behind, but politicians are also very crafty. They can go behind after saying all this public statement that is so fantastic that he's working in tandem with the governor. It's a good one. But let him also go behind. But what he's saying now is that there could be a crack. That some set of people are trying to see we can impeach the governor and you come in as the governor of the state. We have seen it happen in some states. But the issue is this is a very good statement that shows that they are working together. But for him to have come publicly, to have said, don't do that, it also gives room for some people who are trying to do this, to do that, to at least to sheath their sword of bitterness against the governor. Because if the governor, the governor is also desperate to become governor, it will cause confusion in the state of assembly, which in turn, in a way, can lead to the impeachment of governor, and which will also make him to become the governor. But now he's showing a kind of teamwork, understanding, and for me, I feel that it's a good omen if nothing happens tomorrow. For me, it's a good omen.
But if truly he refuses, what would happen?
No, it's a good one. It means, see, in the House of Assembly, some people are loyal to him in the State of Assembly. But for him to have said this now, at least he has shown evidence of hope and trust between the deputy governor and the governor. Because, when lawmakers are, in a way, plotting impeachment, they will look at somebody who will succeed. Because there's no way you can impeach the deputy governor and the governor at the same time. That will never be done. If you impeach this one, maybe last month, this month, about 5 months ago, you impeach, so you will be succeeding them. But the truth is that what this man has said, it shows honesty, it shows truth, it also shows that they are collaborating to run the state, not to give room for a kind of rumor mongers and political opponents to sneak in and begin to cause confusion between them. So for me, what he has said to his people is a good omen also, which will also give room for them to work together to see how to develop benefit.
But do you really think that this statement will serve as a deterrent to whatever plots that might be going on to impeach the governor?
That is it, because like I said, it will weaken those who may be finding embers of disunity, embers of destruction, or to see how to impeach the governor. But ordinarily, it will have been quiet, which we have seen in some states that when they are talking about the issue of impeaching the governor, some deputy governors who are actually waiting to take over will keep quiet, they will not say anything. But for me, I feel that it shows that they are together in the ship of the state, running the state at least to an enviable height. And like you said also, it will give room for detractors to slow down the impeachment rate if there is any. Because when the governor says, I am not interested, what will I going to do? But for now, we have not heard of any impeachment threat on the governor, despite that his opponent or his successors are having running battle with him. But again, if they are united, those in government are united and are behind the governor, it will make the issue of impeachment difficult. But one of the things is not like the issue of coup d'etat. When coup d'etat is not just within the system, there's some that go out. Some businessmen are part of it. The same thing in impeachment. Impeachment is not just about the assembly. Sometimes when they discuss impeachment, it's not even at the floor of the assembly. They discuss it maybe in one beer parlor, and they agree and say this is what they're going to do. That's what they do. Impeachment is not. They just initially organize, speak or plan it at the assembly. They do it somewhere before they will come and tell you, oh, the governor is this, the governor is that, misconduct or gross misconduct. Before you, what is the gross misconduct? They have stayed somewhere to plan something to do. So for me, what is happening in the Benue State concerning the deputy governor is a good one. It shows that there is a kind of patriotism, there is a kind of trustworthiness between him and the governor, and that shows that it will be difficult for the governor or for any assembly member to just come up and say, I want to move motion for impeachment. That may not be easily done.
Well, that's the stance for now. Let's watch how it's going. It may not be the case.
But like I said before, you should not say something like, because that's what politicians do. They will say something here, before you know, they go behind to do another one. They are so crafty, so subtle, that they will say something here, you'll be applauding, and that's why political followers must be very careful. Looking at the body language, they'll be pious. But are they pious? Are they actually professing what they are saying?
Okay, let's look at the statement of the deputy again, the last statement there, where he was claiming that the party is peaceful and warning those who are destabilizing the state, the party in the state, with a divisive comment. To steer clear, what do you really make of that? What can you call divisive comments? Because, like I said earlier, we understand that the APC has some issues rocking the party, right? And him saying those making divisive, what could we tag divisive comments, one? And what do you make of his claim saying that the APC is peaceful?
Yes, you know, if you look at from the national now, APC chairman has a case in the court. It means that there are factions. There are people at the mainstream faction. There are people who are like opposition in the same party. That will trickle down to the states. Whatever you see at the federal happens in the states, happens in the local government, happens also in the world level, at the world level. But the issue is that when division comes on board, it means there are people who are actually creating the division. And that's what is trying to guard against divisive tendencies that may also scuttle the activities of the party. But the moment you begin to hear, oh, fashion, somebody will lose grip of the party. And if the governor loses grip of the party, it means he's also not in control of the party. Anybody anywhere can control the party against the governor, because the governor, the what do you call it, the party is supreme. So if come 2027 and the party goes against him, it will not be the party flag bearer. And that's why they are trying to say we don't want such to occur. Because definitely that will occur to frustrate the ambition of the governor for second tenure, which is not by force. When you are in charge, you can control it and get anything you want. And that's why the deputy governor is trying to say that in favor of the governor. Because the man has a division. The Bible says something. It says a city divided against itself cannot stand. And mind you, issue of governance and government is about the people. And the bottom line is that how is your party on ground? What is your party doing in the state? How united? How formidable? How strong is your party? And that is one thing the governor is trying to do, to make sure that the party remains formidable, to be able to stand the test of time against any external opposition. But if that is not done, anybody can run through the party. Mind you, the moment, like we just what is happening in Rivers State, sorry, I want to bring in here, just PDP is divided. You hear this, you hear that in one party. So that means there is a problem, and that is what the deputy governor of Benue State is trying to guard against, not to further divide and frustrate the administration of the governor, which will in turn slow down development. People are yearning for development. Hunger is in the land. And when politicians are fighting one another or each other, like if the deputy governor now is fighting the governor, they will divert attention. The money meant for the people will be used to hire boys, to also go to each of the media. You will see smear campaign against this one, against that one. These are the ways of making sure that things don't work in the state. And that's what the deputy governor is trying to, in a way, preach peace. Okay. I believe in my own context, from my own angle, is preaching peace. Let there be peace for onward movement of our party and for development of the state, and for all of us to embrace one another for peace to reign. Mind you, I've been told that without peace, no development.
Okay, all right then. Got your thoughts there. Agbu Kefas of Taraba State has assured the people of the state that the forthcoming Congress of the People's Democratic Party will be free of rancor. Speaking through the party's spokesperson, Ande Terang Irame, shortly after his meeting with the State Working Committee of the party on Wednesday in Jalingo, the state capital, he expressed confidence that more people would soon abandon their political parties and embrace the PDP. The meeting, which brought together the State Working Committee of the party, was observed to be in preparation for the forthcoming congresses of the party. Governor Kefas maintained that his leadership would positively impact the lives of the people, hence the need for all Tarabans, irrespective of political parties, to support him to succeed. While disclosing that issues concerning the growth of the PDP were discussed at the meeting, he said his administration is working tirelessly to ensure that development cuts across all parts of the state. People, politicians would soon abandon their parties and embrace the PDP.
Chop by chop. Yes.
An interesting one there. And he has assured the people of Taraba that the forthcoming congresses will be free of rancor, absolutely peaceful. Two-thirds here. We know how politics tend to turn out sometimes in the Nigerian system, and we see the trend in our political space, how that our political office holders declare one thing, and eventually we tend to see otherwise most of the time, right? But maybe we want to believe that all is being set for the forthcoming congresses to ensure that it will be free of rancor. But I will go with his last statement there, saying, or one of his statements rather, that other party members will soon abandon the parties and come to the PDP. We understand that the PDP has witnessed quite a defection in recent times, starting from Ihedioha, which actually wasn't the first, but since his defection, other members have been defecting as well, and so which is politics basically. You see defection here and there, you know. So where really does the PDP stand at this? Do you really see hope in his statement saying that other party members would soon abandon their parties and embrace the PDP? What does that mean?
Well, for me, is a politician and is trying to woo people to PDP. You know, as a governor, he knows what he's doing. He has his foot soldiers who is sending out to meet with the people. See, politicians do a lot of things to get what they want. And to also say that people will come to the party is not a wrong statement. That is also one of the beauties of democracy, where people leave their party to join this person. Mind you, some people now are in another party. They are not seeing, they've been in the ruling party, which is the APC, in the federal. But in the state, they are not getting any cake. So this government can promise them something. There are some politicians, okay, there's no bad season with them. I know, I say there are some politicians in Nigeria, no bad season for them. If it doesn't work here very well, you see them having an handshake with the ruling party.
No bad season?
No bad season.
How about when they lose a contest or an election?
You see them with the appointment. Sorry, you see, let me tell you for free. You know what happened in River State now? River State, at least, is a PDP, is it true? But those who are having the national assignment, national appointment, which party are they from? Are they from APC? I thought they were corrected. Virtually everybody that got the federal appointment in River State are from PDP. Have you done a research to see that? It's politics. And we have, in a way, redefined political politics in a different dimension in Nigeria now. That if you can stay in your party, if you are not eating from your party, you can also stay in your party and stretch forth your hands and get something from outside.
But how do you stay in your party and you're working against that party? You're in your party and you're playing a double party.
Because the party has lost its credibility. Sorry.
So why stay in that party?
I am coming.
Okay. Okay.
See, let me tell you, I would say this without missing word. The political parties, they have lost their what they call their ideologies, if they even have any. But the issue is this, like he just said, as a governor now, he's trying to make sure he controls the apparatus of the party. But if as a governor he doesn't control the party, he will not be able to woo people, even in another party, to join PDP. And mind you, as it is now, he is not having a kind of a running battle with anybody in his party now. It's not. Like we're also saying, APC may be having problems in some states, as PDP is having also problems in some states. But some states that some governors are so dogged, and they have roots in their party. They will make sure they guide the party and do everything they want with the party and get what they want also. So what he's saying now is about his strategies to control the party and to see how to go out of the frontier of PDP to get people in, to make sure, yes, because for now, in party politics, you have the right, if you can play your game very well, to woo the opposition to join you. We have seen it done in Nigeria now. You can give your vote to the opposition and get what you want from them. Everything party politics is about money, about interest. The only thing that we are not getting it well is that when we enter into the government, when we form the government, we still allow that parochial sentiment to continue. If not, the laws of the land should guide governance in Nigeria. But that's the reverse is the case. We still allow the party politics to change the narrative of government, which ought not to be so in reality. That's the problem we're having in this country. If not, when you join a party, you can do anything to become the governor, the president. But when you become the governor of the state or the president, we have constitution that guides you. But as I'm talking with you now, I will be very, very, very wrong to say that our leaders are following the constitution letter to letter. It's not true. So what this man is saying, first of all, let me have the grip of the party. Let it be in my control. But if as a governor, you don't control the party, you are in trouble. Do you know? Like what we are saying today, the local government chairman cannot even obey some governors. Because they are your footful soldiers. They need to work with you. They need to make sure they send your message to the rural communities where the governor cannot go. Like do the campaign. The governor may not be able to reach some crannies of the state. It is the duty of the foot soldiers to go. So as the governor Kefas is saying, that is how it should be. Because if you don't, and you must sell a product to be able to also get more profit. If you don't sell a product, and what is the product? Political campaign, political strategies. And I believe, for now, in that Taraba state, is gaining ground. It doesn't have much opposition that we'll see maybe in this part of the world. But within a party, when you have a running battle within your party, you are in trouble.
Okay, he mentioned one other thing, urging the people of Taraba, irrespective of party, to support him.
That is it.
Do you think that he has gotten that much grasp rather on the people to help them support him? Because I say this to ask if in Nigeria, particularly Taraba, what we do is do we do party politics? Do we do party or do we do individuals? Now, putting Taraba as case study in this conversation, asking the people of Taraba, irrespective of politics, to support him. I mean, Nigerians, we most times come to that point where, we just accept whatever comes our way, but deep down we are disgruntled. Deep down, we are aggrieved. So, what's your take on this?
And that's the beauty of politics. You have won, you have used a political platform to win the election. What do you do? Reach out to the people who are not. That's my first. Who don't belong to any party. Like I don't belong to any party.
Okay.
But I follow politics bomber to bomber, and a lot of politics, the way I will speak will happen. So the issue is that there are people who are outside the fold of PDP, APC, Labour Party, and all the rest. But they are citizens of that state. So what do? Do you alienate them from governance? No. So that is the beauty of a leader, a pragmatic leader, a conscious leader. That look, if I become so selfish that because I am the governor, I don't need anybody, it may have some problems. And who will say a product? Not only you also. So that's why I'm saying I need people to work with me. That's what every sincere, every good leader and every focused leader should do. Don't think that because you have become governor, everything is over. No.
And while you're saying it, you'd also have to be showing them reasons why they should support you.
That is it, because see, for instance, Taraba is not just also a one city language, a one state language. I know what I'm saying. We did the research some few months ago. There are some, Taraba, all this. They have so many languages, even more than River State.
Okay.
So there was a time we thought that River State has the highest, it's a state that has the highest dialects. It's not true. Taraba are one of the states there. So for me, I feel that what the governor is doing now is to see how to build fences, to collaborate, to bring people closer to him. There are people now, they may not belong to PDP, they may not belong to APC, but they have interest in the governor.
Okay.
That they can work for him,
right.
Even campaign for him. So that is the beauty of also government. Unlike in this part of the world, we think that if you don't belong to party A, you cannot be part of the governance. It's not true. So what the governor has done is what a Democrat should do.
All right. Making
sure that people believe in you and work with you.
Okay.
Because democracy is about the people.
Okay.
If you form a government and you now alienate the people from your government, are you a governor? Governor of what?
All right, got your thoughts there, Mr. Frank. On to our last story for today. The People's Democratic Party has, while congratulating Nigerian workers on this year's International Workers' Day, charged them to resist all anti-party tendencies seeking to compromise and undermine the democratic tenets of freedom, rule of law, accountability, and probity in the country. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Honorable Debo Ologunagba, said this in a statement in Abuja on Wednesday. He said, "The PDP salutes Nigerian workers for remaining steadfast as real drivers of the national economy despite the asphyxiating and life discounting conditions occasioned by the ill-implemented economic and fiscal policies of the All Progressives Congress administration. Our party is deeply distraught that Nigerian workers and indeed millions of other citizens have in the last 9 years been subjected to misery, harrowing economic hardship, and worsening insecurity by the rudderless and insensitive APC administrations, which have wrecked the nation's productive sectors and brought distress to our national life." The PDP particularly condemns the continuing increase in electricity tariff and price of petroleum products, with petrol now selling at over 1,000 naira per litre in various parts of the country, a situation that has resulted in astronomical increase in the cost of living and worsened the economic hardship in the country. As the party of the people, the PDP demands that the APC-led federal government ends its insensitivity towards Nigerians and use the occasion of the Workers' Day to review all its retrogressive policies and take urgent action towards addressing issues that have direct bearing to the welfare of the citizens. Resist anti-people tendencies. The APC-led government has been insensitive. Those two key words or two key phrases I want us to focus on. Now, one would argue that Nigerians do not quite have that spirit to resist what is thrown at them, to stand up for what they desire for different reasons, which I believe you're going to share on the conversation as we proceed. So, the first question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Frank, is how do you think Nigerians, the PDP urging them to resist anti-people tendencies, how do they resist such tendencies?
Well, it's also a pity that you're asking a worker to resist. It should be a general view. The problem of this country is that we think a section can solve a problem of the people. It's not true. It should be a combined effort. One of the problems that we have in this country is that that's what I call lack of national consciousness. Most Nigerians are not conscious of what they are also passing through. Just like you and me now, what are we doing?
What do you mean not conscious?
Yes. The policies and programs of government, how many of us also sit down to look at this thing, if this one is carried out properly or is not carried out?
What makes you think that we don't do that?
Because the people are not fully involved. Sorry. You can see what is happening in US now. Is it in New York? What concerns New Yorkers with what is happening in Gaza? Sorry, because their government is also spending billions of naira to fight what is happening there. Here in Nigeria, we are suffering. Have we been able to protest? Sorry, last year, or even they wanted to start this year, you and me bought our money. We lack consciousness. Sorry, no. I don't want to tell us that we are uncivilized. But ordinarily, when people are conscious, the government will also be careful to introduce anything.
You know, when you say black consciousness, I needed to throw a light on that.
You are true. Sorry, let me also come to you. I will say it.
That tragedy.
I will say, sorry, let me tell you. The policy of government, when it's actually beating the people, and making people to become poorer and poorer, and people pay more money. Inflation is. Have you seen anybody coming out to protest? Sorry, when you...
What if they are scared?
Scared. That is the issue now.
Scared.
There is no consciousness.
So is it
a conscious mind?
Would you describe it as a lack of consciousness or a thing of fear?
It's not fear. Sorry.
And
the right of man.
And the mind of the government not paying attention.
I will tell you for free here. Any society that is conscious, the leaders are also conscious. Sorry, Mr. President said something about 4 days ago that the decision is taking, the ask decision is taking is because he has confidence in Nigerians. What does that portend? What does that show you? You can throw it at the people and they accept it. You and me will sit down somewhere and begin to craft means to get richer. While everything is going down. Let me tell you for free here. See, ordinarily, like I am not a school of thought that supports subsidy. But it is it is a malice, a social malice in government. But for the government of Tinubu to have said something is gone, the government is supposed to have been decisive in putting things in place. As I'm talking with you this day, this Labor Day, this Workers' Day, our refineries owned by government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, none is working.
Mr.
And we are not conscious.
Mr. Frank, back to consciousness. It's quite baffling to hear you say that. But
I will say it.
I mean, first of all, can we actually hold the government of Nigeria accountable?
Yes, if you're conscious.
Our system of government or governance, does it really allow for the leaders to be held accountable? How can we actually how can we hold the leaders accountable?
We can hold the leaders accountable when we are conscious and we participate in the process.
Participate how? The people have lost confidence in the judiciary. They do not believe in the government.
Hello, Gloria. Let me tell you for free
in
again.
The legislature.
In any society where the people are not conscious, where the people don't participate in the leadership process, they have no chance attitude about what goes on in the society. That society will never grow.
Everything has its cause and effect.
That's what I'm saying.
So what is the root of that attitude?
Because of the way, see, I was doing a program somewhere in River State University, but then in Science and Technology. I was doing my master there some years ago. One of our lecturers, Dr. Olaka, told us, or asked us a question. 30 years ago, they said, oh, nothing is working, nothing is working. This is another 30 years. The same thing that we complained some years back. It's still in place. Not working. What's the problem? The people. Sometimes we try to push blame on the leaders. Let me tell you for free. If the leaders know that if they impose some policies that will drive the people, and they know that the people will react, what do you call the Arab Spring? Have you heard of Arab Spring of 2012 in Arab world that changed Mubarak?
So, Mr. Frank, what would you have Nigerians do?
Nigerians must get involved.
How?
See, let me also tell you this. The election of 2023, at least I monitor it, 93 million Nigerians registered.
And they were disenfranchised.
No.
To many of them.
No, this is a very, let's keep that word very far. Let's keep that word very far first, before we go to our issue of what INEC did. Because INEC, also if INEC knows that Nigeria will revolt, to say don't do this, nobody will tamper with what the image of Nigeria. Let me tell you, like I said, first of all, for us to change the narrative, you and me must get involved. Like I just said about the election. If you put together the result that produced the president of Nigeria, it's about 8.something million. Now when you calculate the result of the Atiku Abubakar of PDP, Labour, Peter Obi of Labour, put the vote cast together. The votes were not up to how many? Not up to good 25 million. I mean, all the vote cast for the presidential election, but 93,000 million registered. So the people are far. Now, coming to what you are saying, consciousness. If you are conscious of what the people will do, and if the people are also conscious of what the leaders will do or what they are doing, there will be a change. Let me tell you, the American society is not that it's better than Nigerian society. It's just the way of life. Today, Trump is going to court. How many followers do you see that is struggling behind Trump? Sorry. You saw what happened to Bukola Saraki? That is going to court. You see senators filing behind him to court. Abuse of everything. Until we hold our leaders. I read a book by Thomas Paine, Rise of Man. Man, the power of citizens is bigger than the armed forces. Squad anywhere. But with little knowledge of study.
In the Nigerian system.
Any system in the world. Because the people, that's what I'm saying, we are not conscious of what we are passing through. We are conscious. Our consciousness is about selfishness. No national consciousness. Squad anywhere. What we are building today in Nigeria is selfish consciousness. Mr. Frank is building his own.
Mr. Frank, you
can disagree with me.
Your assertions are quite debatable.
That is it.
If I may.
Because of the way, like you say, use the word fear. Why must the citizens, out of 200 people, or 200 million people, those who are ruling us, are they up to, put together from all the local government together down to Abuja, they are not up to 20,000 people ruling us.
What power do the people have?
The people have the power when they are conscious to say, look, the law says this, are you fully implementing the law? We are docile.
I mean, what difference would that make? Okay, you come and you say, the law says this, you're not implementing it.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't Nigerians done that before?
No! Sorry, but before you want to go, I'm going to say, oh, don't go, they will kill you. They have injected fear in you. But this somebody who's saying, change. Now we're having what? Renewed hope. The hope will never come until we are conscious.
Okay, Mr. Frank.
Me, I believe I am not a pessimist. I am an optimist.
Okay.
And I believe that Nigeria will get better when you and me are sincere. When you and me are honest.
All right, then,
things will
Mr.
get
Frank,
better.
we have to go now. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a full time with you. Thank you. We'll do this again some other time.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. It's been ATN Politics live on Atlantic Television Network. Do also follow us on social media on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Net 1, X, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Gloria KarTee.
Front line across the ocean.